Hello, good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome to our today's talk. We are talking about why retirement is so overwhelming. Why is it so stressful? So today I'm very much excited to share with you this information. Yeah, my name is Victoria Musimi. And 8 years ago, I had a very close family member who retired. And I could see how much they struggled. They struggled emotionally. They struggled with their relationship, despite them having being financially stable. I could see that they were struggling, and that gave me really worried me. So I went for mentorship. I went for training to really understand why. And that is 4 years ago is when I went for that training. And I was very much empowered, and I got a lot of enlightenment of exactly what happens. And that is what I want to share with you today. Why is it so stressful? Why is it so overwhelming? So that us who are in the same journey of employment, in the same journey of entrepreneurship, we can package ourselves such that when the time comes, we are not overwhelmed. When the time comes, the challenges are minimized. And one thing I've realized is that retirement is a very emotive phase of our career that many people don't like talking about. And I'm very much appreciative. I'm very much grateful to you for joining me today. So uh, let's start. Let's start right away. Let's start right away on understanding why, exploring the reasons why retirement can be a very overwhelming experience or overwhelming phase of our career. And you will agree with me, if you're fighting a demon, or if you're fighting a demon or an animal you will be able to look for strategies that can help you overcome it or even be stronger than it. So for you to have an enjoyable retirement, it's better for you, or it's advisable for you to know what is it? What is retirement? And it is a point at which someone stops working, or the period in their life when they have stopped working. And remember, like we'll see, it's not only we retire when we attain the retirement age, but also there are other reasons that can make us retire. So it's commonly used to mean to withdraw, to retreat, or to go into seclusion, as well as giving up business and work. This is just for our understanding what is retirement, because I know in many minds of so many people, when we hear of retirement, we see when we are old, when we are old, when we have white hair. Yeah. So it's just that point when you retreat, when you go or you stop working, or when you stop to working. And it's a very life-changing emotional event which requires a lot of preparedness. Like I've said, one of the emotive phases of life people face is retirement, because you're entering into a different phase of career or phase of life that has a lot of emotions, happy moments, excitation moments, depression moments, stress moments. Yeah, so it's very much emotive, and that's why so many people don't like talking about it, because it really dips down into their emotions. It digs down to who they are. And many people don't like that. Just like grief. People don't like talking about grief. And like we'll see, retirement phase follows the same phase of when someone is grieving. That's why many people don't like talking about it. And remember, when you retire, even the name changes, because we have a name given to people who retire. These people are, we call them retirees. Even if there are so many Peters in your village, even if there are so many Simons in the area where you come from, they will always attach retiree in your name. If you're Peter, And there's so many Peters. They'll say, oh, there is only one Peter and it is you. They'll say, the Peter who has retired, the Simon who has retired. So this is something that people need to know. Their name changes. And remember, our names gives us our identity. And when we are given this name, it's good to in our back of our minds to be aware, how do we deal with it? Because people will call us names. And like I've said, there are so many reasons why we retire. Number one on the list is when we've reached the retirement age, when or other early retirement programs, like people can be retrenched, you can relocate to another place thinking that you're going to or joining your spouse in another country, or you want to venture into greener pastures. On going there, you find the pastures are no longer green, they are gray. Yeah. So, or ego, when some people might retire because someone has become their boss. I've seen that one happen due to medical reasons or due to public interest, or you can be coerced, yeah, by the due to public interest, or your spouse can tell you to retire so that you can take care of the kids, so that you can accompany or stay at home. So those are different reasons why people retire. So I want you to expand your brain, to expand your mind about many things that can make us retire. I would want us to look at this in form of like learning what happens in this retirement, so that uh, you can see a crisis, so that you can feel overwhelmed. And it is good to understand even the statistics. What do they say? And they say so many people struggle, and it's a crisis that has nothing to do with money. And the statistic shows that 43% of retirees experience clinical depression within the first year. 43%, that is a high percentage. While even 67% report feeling lost, they feel without purpose even after leaving work. Others, 58%, they say their biggest regret was not preparing emotionally for retirement. And only 12%, they describe that they have high fulfilling retirement. And yet, what is even more shocking is the people who are struggling. The people who are struggling are not those who lack money. They are people who are financially secure. They are those who are financially stable. They are the high achievers. They are people who are very senior at their workplace. And this is because, like we'll see, it's because the high achievers or people who are very senior, they were high in the career ladder. There are people who struggle. They struggle because they never separated their ideal identity to their career identity. Like, for example, you cannot differentiate a Peter who was at the workplace. You cannot differentiate them from the Peter who is a family man or a Peter who is in the community. There is that fusion. You cannot really know who they are. And so we are saying they are struggling because they have built their identity around their career struggle, their career success. And I would want you to picture this. You've worked for 30 years, you've saved diligently, and finally you hit your retirement number. And then one morning you wake up, and after years or decades of working with the alarm clock, yeah, always on the rush, you wake up. In fact, you wake up without an alarm clock. You wake up without meetings. You wake up without deadlines, and then you feel like it's freedom at last. Yeah, you enjoy it for some few months. You enjoy that freedom. Yeah, you're even telling your friends how you retired and how you're enjoying it. And then after some time, you start wondering, what am I going to do with my life? Because you have so much, you have so much free, you have so much free time. And the worst case scenario is it is typical experience for successful professionals who retire without psychological preparedness. Yeah, and what I'm trying to tell you today, it's really preventable. These scenarios of depression, these scenarios of stress are really preventable. And this is by knowing that, or appreciating the, what we call it, the path, appreciating the path, or appreciating the, let me look for the exact name, appreciating the journey, the phases, the transitions, because it is in appreciating what you are going through, or it is in knowing what you are going through, you are able to overcome. You are able to overcome. And we have 3 phases of retirement. And we have a phase 1. We have phase 1. We call it the honeymoon. It's the honeymoon phase when you're very much excited, you're traveling, you're free time, you're rejoining your family, you're partying. Yeah, and it really takes a very short period of time, because mostly it takes less than 6 months from the day you retire. And then we have phase 2. Phase 2 is disenchantment, and disenchantment takes between 6 months to 18 months. And now is when that feeling of your vacation ends. You start having free time. Other people, they start getting busy. You feel lonely. You feel depressed. You feel stressed. And this is the most sensitive part or phase of retirement. And it is from this phase where so many people, they can fail. They feel like life is meaningless. They feel like they made a mistake. And if they don't have a mentorship, or they don't have the training, if they don't have the support system, some even end up getting into depression, others even dying. So this is disenchantment of phase 2. That is between 6 months to 18 months is the most critical point of retirement phase, or retirement transition. And people really need to have support system from their community, from their families, and all that, and from their friends. And then we have phase 3. Phase 3 is a re-establishment. It's when someone decides, this one has to be an intentional decision that you have to recover your life. You have to reclaim yourself. People start building new relationships in their community. They start getting ventures, or getting activities that provide meaning to their life. They start being occupied with the businesses and projects they are doing. They start appreciating their life. So one basic thing of why, or basic reason of why many people feel retirement is overwhelming, is not understanding. It's not understanding this phase of life, phase of career, or retirement, this phase of retirement. And if you understand that, if you understand the phases, you are able to know what you'll do with it. Like, for example, you are able to know what to do in your honeymoon phase. You will know what to do in your in your disenchantment. You will know what to do in the last phase or transition of your retirement. And another thing is, there are some traps, or there are some issues